Hello and welcome to another episode of the Carb Watch. I'm your friend Andy, and I am really your friend today because we have a very fun Carb Watch today on fluid replacements. Yes, Gatorade. This was sent in to our office manager at the Johnson City office, Carter. Shout out to Carter. You're probably watching this episode in the lobby right now, so I'm staring at you right now. Thank you for this because this is a great suggestion. She wanted me to do the difference between Gatorade and Gatorade Zero. So what we have is regular Gatorade, Gatorade Zero, and I also threw into the mix Pedialyte. Now, why is this important? What's important and what I want to show in these episodes is just how quickly we can have carbs and how quickly they add up. And drinks are the easiest way for carbs to add up. Now, these drinks are good for certain purposes, which we can discuss today. When I think about me in high school, oh boy, if I could tell high school Andy a few things right now, I think I'd save me some time. But it's for another episode and frankly a different show. But Gatorade was something that everybody drank. Gatorades and freaking Pop-Tarts. That was like the snack at high school. That's just sugar. And so what I want to point out is that Gatorade is good because it needs to replenish you and get sugar back into your system when you're actively doing something that's pretty strenuous. So Gatorade is a sports drink. It is not a let me drink this with lunch drink. It shouldn't be and never should be. If it is, you need to swipe it off the table now. But if you're running a cross country meet, if you're out on the tennis court, out on the football field, sure, because you're replacing some electrolytes, but really you're getting sugar. And you do want your sugar to get up while you're in an exacerbating athletic type of event. That's a good thing. You do not want to pass out from low blood sugar. You need sugar for energy in this situation, but not with your meal. So Gatorade Zero, what are the carb counts? Carb counts for each serving. Now remember, this is a good thing too. It has two different carb counts, per serving and per container. So this entire container has 2.5 servings. Per serving, it's 22 grams. Doesn't seem that much. This whole thing is 51 grams of carbs. This is basically just sugar with some potassium, zero protein, and some sodium too. So these are important to know. 160 milligrams of sodium per serving, but 380 milligrams of sodium per the bottle, per container. So what are the ingredients? Water, sugar, dextrose are the first three things. Dextrose is sugar, so water, sugar, and sugar, modified cornstarch, some sodium citrates, some flavorings, natural flavorings, red 40, which is the color red, and glycerol ester rosin. I actually don't know what that one is, but both Gatorade and Gatorade Zero have it. So, and actually all three have red 40. So we know that red 40 is the color red. So there you go. So really, this is just sugar. So let's compare it to Gatorade Zero. So I always think of this as the type 1 diabetes friendly drink because you're still getting that Gatorade taste. You're just not getting the huge amounts of sugar in it. So what are the difference in carb counts? Per serving, remember 2.5 servings per container, 0 grams. Less than 1 gram. So actually nothing. It's virtually carb free for serving. It's actually virtually carb free for the entire thing. It's 2 grams of carbs per serving. I would give no insulin if I drank this entire thing. 0 sugar, but what did they put in there to replace the sugar? So water, citric acid, sodium citrate, salt, modified cornstarch, that same glycerol ester, and here we are, sucralose. So it's got fake sugar in it. And sucralose, I believe, is sweet and low. So, or Splenda, one of the two. So fake sugars in this. Same amount of sodium, same amount of potassium. You could do this if you're worried about if you need that flavoring. It's still not going to provide you much of a benefit. Drinking water is going to be better for you anyways, but you're not going to have that huge sugar spike. But what do we want Gatorade for? We want it to keep you active and hydrated on the field. So a little bit of sugar can go a long way if you're actively sweating and losing sugar. And two, Gatorade Zero is just, I think it's great for type 1s. Here is the kicker. Pedialyte. So we're thinking about electrolyte replacements. So if you think about when you're sick, you may have some Gatorade too. But when you're also sick and throwing up, vomiting, diarrhea, replenishing electrolytes is actually very important. You need to have that back. You need to have water back into your system because you're losing all of it. Pedialyte is a great way to do it. And this is actually my favorite of the three. A lot of athletes will actually drink Pedialyte on the court, and I'm going to show you why. Total carbohydrates. So remember, we're going to go non-diabetes, regular sugar and regular sugar, okay? This has 51 grams per container. This has 16 grams per container. This is way less and actually tastes a lot sweeter than Gatorade. It has way less carbohydrates. In fact, almost 35 grams less carbohydrates per the entire container. And you're not going to drink the entire container. Per serving, it's 6 grams. That's amazing. That's very low sugar. And what is the ingredients? Water and dextrose. Basically water and sugar, then less than 1% of, and then it gets into, and actually has fake sugar in it too. Sucralose has artificial flavors. It's not that great for you, but it has way more electrolytes in this. So look at this. Sodium per serving, and there's 3 servings in here. Per serving is 370 milligrams. Remember, 380 for the container. Per serving in the sodium is 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Per serving is 780 milligrams of potassium and 7.8 milligrams of zinc and 12,000 milligrams of chloride. You're getting way more electrolytes, way less carbs. This is by far a better outlet for electrolyte replacement. I think it's even better for you out on the field too. Now, if you bring this out in the high school cafeterias whenever those open back up, and you bring out your Pedialyte with your Pop-Tarts, people may look at you funny. I know I would look at you funny. So probably not something that you want to. Can I open these? Really? Am I wasting these if I do a taste test? I just want to do a taste test for it because I want some Pedialyte. So maybe don't bring this out for lunch. Then again, at lunch, do you really want to be drinking Gatorade and Pedialyte? No, this is for electrolyte replacement. Think I'm actively doing something or I'm sick. Good God. Okay. I like the taste of Pedialyte, so I think that's actually really good. But just know, if I had a serving of this, that's 6 grams of carbs. My carb counts are 1 unit of insulin per 10 grams of carbs. I wouldn't even give a unit for this. This is great for people with diabetes. Let's taste the regular Gatorade now. This tastes way more artificial. I'm just going to tell you that right now. This tastes a lot sweeter. And remember, this has 51 grams per container, 16 grams, and it tastes sweeter. Let's try the Gatorade Zero. Yeah, it tastes like fake sugar. Okay, both of these pale in comparison to Pedialyte, in my opinion. And 2, if you just really need something that has taste, and you have to have something with taste with your meal, I would do water and get one of those stevia drops and just get flavoring that way. If I had to choose the 3 just for meals, I would choose Gatorade Zero. And then electrolyte replacement on the field or on the court, I still would choose Pedialyte. You're getting way more electrolytes. Remember, water follows salt, so you're going to retain more water because you have way more sodium. So this has been a good. Thank you. I have 2 thumbs up. I think this is a good one too. Just watch what you drink. Those are the easiest ways to have carbs or not have carbs. This has been a great Carb Watch. I appreciate you all spending time with me. And maybe we should do an after shot of me finishing all these. It'd be awesome. I'm just kidding. Have a great one. We'll see you soon.